Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be opening a booster box of Dominaria. This box contains 36 packs with 15 cards each plus a token. The set was released a little over 4 years ago on April 27th, 2018. Pricing for this video is going to be provided as of May 2nd, 2022. Alright, and here it is, our box of Dominaria. It's got a little dent right here, but the seals are fully intact. No concerns about the integrity of the box. So let's go ahead and open her up. Got our packs all stacked out here. And let's go ahead and slide them right up there and get to opening. So there is one common in this set currently over $1. So that's going to be Rat Colony in black, and then a few uncommons. So keep an eye out for those. Benalish Honor Guard, an Artifence Assistance, a Llanowar Envoy, Caligo Skin Witch, Tragic Poet, Academy Journey Mage, Balgoth Gorger, Guardians of Kolios, the Eldest Reborn Saga, and Zalfirin Void, followed by Karn's Temporal Sundering. And then we have an Urgos, the empty one, and a Forest and a Sapperling token. So Karn's Temporal Sundering is just over $2 right now. So we hit a little bit of value in that pack. So we'll go ahead and move on to number 2. So now we're looking at Dub, Tolarian Scholar. Keeping an eye out for that Rat Colony in black. Board the Weather Ship. And there's a Hinterland Harbor. This is going to be just over $5 right now. Followed by a foil Halar the Fire Fletcher. And then an Arvad the Cursed, a Forest, and a Cleric. So go ahead and sleeve up our rare and our foil. And move on to our third pack. All right, so we're starting off with a Sergeant at Arms, a Befuddle, a Bloodstone Goblin, a Feral Abomination, Llanowar Envoy, Seismic Shift, Volcanic Servant, and Eviscerate, a Pardic Wanderer, and a Sapperling Migration, followed by a Fire Fist Adept, a Board the Weatherlight, oh, and another one from our rare, the Isolated Chabel, also just around $5. And then we have a Tiana Ship Caretaker, followed by an Island and a Sapperling token. All right, so we have a Chronicler, another Dub, a Relic Runner, Fire Elemental, Gift of Growth, Dark Bargain, Llanowar Scout, Short Sword, Pegasus Courser, Blessed Light, and Urza's Tome, followed by a Diligent Excavator, and our rare is a Dreadshade, followed by Ashana Sissy's Legacy. And then we have a Mountain and an Emblem. I was just looking at the emblem because there are 3 tokens. There's Teferi's Emblem. By the way, our Dreadshade is not worth more than $1, but the Construct token, Teferi's Emblem, and the Zombie Knight token all are valued at over $1. So I'll be including those in the breakdown of this particular box. All right, so we're going to start things off with an Arcane Flight, a Warlord's Fury, Knights of New Benalia, Adventurous Impulse, Soul Savage, Primordial Worm, Academy Drake, Powerstone Shard, Icy Manipulator, Warcry Phoenix, and then we're going to get a Benalish Marshal for our rare, not a high value rare, followed by a Halar the Fire Fletcher, and then a Plains and a Soldier. Alright, so we have a Lava Runner, an Adamant's Will, an Opt, Llanowar Envoy, an Acrolite, Demonic Vigor, Call to Cavalry, Ancient Animus, Powerstone Shard, Unwind, Wizard's Lightning, Gaia's Blessing, and another rare land. So we have Sulphur Falls. This one's just over $3. And then we have a Ship's Caretaker and a Swamp and a Sapperling. So 3 from the rare land cycle. There are 6 in this particular set. They range in value anywhere from just over $3 to about $6.50 right now. Another Lava Runner kicking us off, Sarah Disciple, Corrosive Ooze, a Drud Sentinel, Pardic Wanderer, Sapperling Migration, a Lance, Running Amok, Blink of an Eye, Deathbloom Salad, a Wall, On Sarah's Wings, and then we have a Sylvan Awakening for our rare. This is just over $1. And then the Cinderwind, followed by a Sapperling and an Island. There are 3 key cards that we're looking for in this, I would say. First and foremost, we're looking for the Mox Amber. That's just over $40. Then I think we're looking for Teferi, who is the hero of Dominaria. And then we're looking for Helm of the Host, which is going to be an artifact, which allows you to replicate. Divination, Vicious Offering, Knight of Grace, Seal Away, and we have a Black Blade Reforged, followed by a Foil Mountain, and Umezawa Fugitive, and then a regular mountain and a Sapperling. So we're not going to see a ton of foils in this particular box, just because foils just weren't as prevalent as they are today, or in 2022. Of the foils I checked prior to the video, there was a decent foil to non-foil price factor. So I'll definitely be featuring that in the box breakdown. All right, so we have a Wizard's Lightning, a Wild Onslaught, and then we get a Precognition Field for a rare, followed by another rare, Goblin Chain Whirler, and then Grun the Lonely King, followed by an Island and a Sapperling token. So neither the Chain Whirler or the Precognition Field are high value rares, but that foil may still yield over $1 once I do the pricing of it. This, as I said, because we're not going to see a ton of foils. All right, Befuddle, Invoke the Divine. What's hiding over here? Blessing, Skittering Surveyor, Seismic Shift, Eviscerate, Merfolk Trickster. Whoa, there it is. There's the Mox Amber. So this right now is just over $40. An amazing card. This is definitely the biggest hit of the box, followed by Bethnic Druid with a foil and a Sapperling. Go ahead and grab one of our hard cases over here. Shaking a little bit. That's an amazing hit. All right, so I'm just going to slide that stack up and put our emerald over here for all the world to see. That is awesome. Not quite box paying for territory, but still definitely a card I wanted to see in this opening, so I'm glad we were able to see it together. There's a Glider, Fungal Infection, a Tragic Poet, Shepherd, another saga, the Triumph of Jared, Fight with Fire, Spore Crown Thalid. We're missing a card. Nope. Thought there was going to be another card there. So then we have a Tragic Poet foil, and then Morrowind the Nurturer. Not a high value rare, but that's okay. I guess they can't all be Mox Emeralds, or excuse me, Mox Ambers. Where would the fun be in that? All right, starting off with a charge. Arcane Flight, Warlord's Fury, Feral Abomination, some Ooze, Unicorn, Divination, Short Sword, Blessed Light, the old Skizzic, Lingering Phantom, and there, oh, that's not a rare. This is just going to be from the land cycle, but not a rare. Uncommon Memorial to War, and then Multani's Yavamaya's Avatar. So this is going to be just over $1, followed by a Mountain and another Sapperling. So lots of Sapperling tokens so far. Lots of cards that create Sapperlings in this particular set as well. So if you're looking for green tokens, this might be a set to keep an eye on. All right, so we have Opt, Journey Mage, an Elephant. Oh, there's our almost $3 Rat Colony. Llanowar Scout, Rescue, Yavimaya Shepherd, Glider, Cyclops, one of our uncommon lands, Memorial to Unity, Untamed Kavu, Curator's Ward, and then our rare is going to be Knight of Windgrace. And another Sapperling token. So the Rat Colony was the hit from that. Hopefully we'll see a few of those in this box, make up a little bit of value. Price-wise, I would say Dominaria is still, it's about the same price as a collector booster box these days, just over $200, which I guess isn't so bad for a 4-year-old set that does feature the Mox Amber. And in foil, this is quite the card. All right, so in blue, we're going to see a rare, the Antiquities War Saga, followed by a Whisper Blood Liturgist, and a Swamp and a Soldier. So not a high value rare. Whoa, making a mess here. There we go, that's how I feel, befuddled. Prospector, Sergeant at Arms, Ooze, Sentinel, Mammoth Spider, Journey Mage, Overseer, Gorger, the Plots, Knight of Malice, Yavimaya, or excuse me, Jaya's Immolating Inferno. Not a high value rare, but then we have a Llanowar Scout common foil, and a Slyn Voda, the Rising Deep, an 8/8 for 8 out of blue, followed by a Forest and a Night token. Getting close to the halfway mark of the box. We have one hard case so far, our Mox Amber. All right, we have a Journey Mage, Invoke the Divine, an Arcanist, Lightning, Protector, Bargain, Druid, Unicorn, the old Glider, Fungal Infection, Knight of Grace, another Memorial to War, and then we have a Daring Archaeologist showing up for white as our rare, and then Keeper of the Flame, followed by an Island and a Sapperling. All right, so we've got the War Caller, Knight of New Benalia, not Old Benalia, Deep Freeze, Gaia's Protector, Windgrace Acolyte, Gideon's Reproach, Llanowar Elves, such a classic card, the Omnivore, another Surveyor, Academy Drake, a War Chief, a Thorn Elemental, and our second blue saga, the Miari Conjecture. Not a high value rare. And then we have Pride of Femrith, and then a Mountain and a Goblin. All right, so the Chronicler, the Dub, Pierce the Sky, Divest, Compass, a Sphinx, Cabal Evangel, Aven Sentry, another Surveyor, Uncommon Blue, Memorial to Genius, Nature's Spiral, the Juggernaut, and then Naru Meh, Master Wizard, less than $1, followed by a Soldier and a Swamp. So it's mythic, but unfortunately it does not demand mythic pricing. All right, so we have the Warcaller, Healing Grace, Soul Savage, Cabal Evangel, Primordial Worm, another Compass, another Sphinx. It always looks like there's something on the card there. It's just part of the art. Blood Tallow Candle, Champion of the Flame, Settle the Score, and our rare is going to be a Siege Gang Commander. Not a high value rare, but we are followed up with a Wild Onslaught Uncommon Foil, and a Rona, Disciple of Gix, uncommon, and then we have a Forest and a Knight. So 2 cards to sleeve there, and I think we just crossed the 50% marks of the box. All right, Warlord's Fury kicking us off with Charge, a Spider, got a hidden card there, Drudge Sentinel, Ancient Animus, Power Stone Shard, Unwind, the Thallid, Fire, Sparring Construct, in Bolus Clutches, Sage of Latnam, and then we have our non-foil Goblin Chain Whirler, followed by Glutton of Urborg, and a Plains and a Sapperling. So we already know that card is not valued at over $1. All right, Opt, Journey Mage, Elephant, Explorer, Impulse, Savage, Glider, Infection, Poet, and a Sapperd, followed by another classic, the Sarah Angel, Sorcerer's Wand, and Forebearer's Blade is our rare. And then Wrath, Ship's Mage, followed by a Swamp and a Cleric token. Oh, almost leave that one up. Maybe later. Radiant Lightning, Adamant's Will, Valdarian Arcanist, Llanowar Envoy, there's another Rat Colony, Run Amok, Blink of an Eye, Deathbloom Thallid, another Candle, Ancient Animus, another Spore Swarm, Settle the Score, and Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. This is going to be just over $1, followed by Caption Paragon, and a Forest and a Sapperling. So I think that puts us up to 2 Rat Colonies. I think this is one of only a handful of cards, if not the only card, that you can have as many as you want in your deck. 1 to 100 if you really, really wanted to. Essentially, they just kind of compound on each other. Befuddle, Skirk Prospector, Sergeant at Arms, Divest, the Scout, the Lance, Sapperling Migration, Blink of an Eye, Seismic Shift, Aven Sentry, Icy Manipulator, Sanctum Spirit, and we get a Gilded Lotus, just over $3, followed by Whisper Blood, Liturgist, and a Knight and an Island. So I love seeing things with the word Lotus in it. It's just kind of Magic's thing. Not quite a black lotus, not quite a jeweled lotus, but it is part of the same family. All right, invoke the divine, anarchist, radiant lightning, a trapper, adventurous impulse, rescue, blessed light, shepherd, phantom, spirit, and there we go. I think that's number 4 from our land cycle. This is going to be the Woodland Cemetery, just under $5. And then we have Steward of Argave, followed by a forest and a soldier. So it's nice to see our other land cycle showing up there. Got 4 out of 6 now, adding some value to our box. All right, so we have the Tolarian's Scholar, Lightning, Will, Anarchist, Spider, Paladin, the Wanderer, Cyclops, Divination, Offering, Fungal, Johori's Familiar, and then we have Zalfirm Void. Nice artwork on that. And then the Grand Warlord, Radha. Not a high value rare. Just double checking my list. Be sure to stay tuned after the opening, where I'll be kind of breaking down the set and going through all the statistics of the box, talking about the value by rarity, by color and category, disclosing the price I paid for the box, if this box was a net gain or loss. All right, there is a foiled Frenzied Rage, followed by the Weatherlight Captain Mythic, just over $2. We'll take that. And then we have an island and a knight. So I don't believe we've seen any of the tokens that are holding value from this set so far. I'll be sure to go back and double check. I'm just going to stack that up and move it. Love to see a repeat of that. Although I don't know if it's possible to see 2 of the same mythic in the same box. That would have to be some sort of a printing or packaging error, I would think. There's another rat colony, an armament, broken bond, journey mage, another wall, a barrage, another mythic, history of Benalia, just over $1, and the Lonely King again, followed by an island and a knight. So lots of mythics showing up like that. Doesn't hurt to have mythics in your arsenal or in your collection, either from a value perspective or from a playability perspective. They contain so many rare and unique abilities that you just don't find on other cards that if you're looking for some synergy within a deck, I think that's where you might find it. Llanowar Elves again, Construct, Eviscerate, Unwind, the Torment, Wizard's Retort, the Thallid, and there's Marwyn the Nurturer, not a high value rare, and of course another Sapperling. But of course, it's got to be at least number 10. It's going to be my guess. I've not honestly been counting. All right, Trapper, Syncopate, Fire. Just looking for a rat colony. Memorial of Folly, Shield of the Realm. And then there's our rare, the Harlequin Witness. Not a high value rare. There's yet again another Sapperling. Certainly know it's the most repeated of our opening. Don't know if every box has a gazillion Sapperlings, but if we open up another box, we'll certainly be comparing the Sapperling count. Memorial of Tefali, Dampening Sphere. And there's Jaya, another mythic. Unfortunately, Jaya is not over $1. And then we have the Paragon, a Swamp, and hey, what do you know? A Sapperling token. Poor Jaya. Such a featured card, I think, from this set back in the day, and just not holding her value. All right, Frenzied Rage, Syncopate, Protector, the Candle, Cast Down, and our rare is a Thran Temporal Gateway. Not a high value rare. Gunna the Blood Flame, Forest, and yet again another Sapperling. Curious to know how much of each Sapperling we got, if we got an equal distribution, or if, you know, number 11 or whatever showed up most of the time. All right, so we got Deep Freeze. Hopefully that's not an indicator of the box. And then we still have some more mythics to go. The Raider, Time of Ice, Flame of Keld, Weight of Memory with Karn. And there's Joda, the Archmage Eternal, just over $1. And there's the Zombie Knight, which is actually one of our tokens that's also over $1. So unfortunately for Joda, he is only worth about half as much as our Zombie Knight. So good pack there. 2 cards of value making an appearance. All right, we got the Snapping Turtle, Goblin, an Elephant, a Bird. It's just the animal pack over here. Tragic Poet, Memorial to Genius, Seal Away, and there we go. Cabal Stronghold showing up here. So this is going to be just over $4. And then the Fire Fletcher and a Plains and a Soldier. So if I'm not mistaken, that's 5 out of 6 of the rare lands from this set. Syncopate, Fire Elemental, another dub. World of Unity, Sorcerer's Wand, and Jin of the Lamp. Not a high value. So far we haven't seen, there's 2 cards from blue that are holding some value. It's Karn's Temporal Sundering, and then I haven't been looking for it, but it's a Tetsuku Ukazawa Fugitive, which is an uncommon, also from blue. We also haven't seen Karn. He's number 1 in the set. Actually, card number 1, not number 1 in value. But he's certainly an icon of this set. And there we go. I think that completes the cycle. Clifftop Retreat. I think that's all 6 of them. And then Slimefoot the Stowaway, followed by Plains and another Sapperling. So what will we get in our last pack here? Final Parting. A Lich's Mastery. Unfortunately not a high value rare. Followed by a Swamp and a Nightmare Horror. Well, that box was not a Nightmare Horror. I think that was actually pretty good. Stay tuned for the breakdown. Here we go. Okay, we're back. Everything's been sorted and inventoried. Now let's get into the MTG Box Analysis. Let's review the Dominaria set so we can get a baseline. The set contains 279 cards and 16 tokens. White, blue, and black all feature 38 cards. Red features 42, and green features 37. The booster box we opened is eligible to see all of the cards in the set. Now that we've covered distribution of the set, let's cover distribution of our box. This chart shows the foils that we saw in orange, the non-foils in green, and the set in gray as our baseline. Based on the data, we can see that our booster box weighted slightly towards white and green, then blue and red, and finally black. We only saw 7 foils during the opening, which is only about 1 in every 5 packs. In this booster box, we saw 232 unique non-foil cards, which accounts for 83% coverage of the 279 card set. We saw every basic land, 12 of the 14 non-basic lands, and even 89% of the blue cards. We had the lowest coverage, though, percentage-wise, in gold, seeing only 15 of 21 cards, giving us 71% coverage of that particular category. Unfortunately, one of the 6 missing cards was the second most valuable in the set, which was Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Let's look at coverage a different way, this time by rarity. Dominaria contains 105 commons, 82 uncommons, 55 rares, and 17 mythics. In the non-foil space, we covered 95% of the commons, 94% of the uncommons, 53% of the rares, and 35% of the mythics. In the foil space, we had far less coverage, again only seeing 7 in the entire box, but we did see 3 commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare. Not included in this chart, we also did get a basic mountain foil. Out of the 540 cards we saw, none of the foils were duplicates, but 326 of the non-foils were repeats. In total, 61% of the box was duplicate cards. Let's talk about potential value of the cards in the set. This chart shows all the cards in Dominaria, including the tokens. 4 of the cards are valued at over $10, 7 of the cards are valued at over $5, and 28 of the cards are valued at over $1. The remaining 256 cards are under $1. If you were to collect all 279 cards in the set in non-foil, you would have exactly $256.91 in value as of today. Here's another way to look at value. The black line represents the number of cards in each dollar category. The green line represents the total value for the cards in that category. Looking at the greater than $10 category as an example, you can see that the 4 cards in this category are valued at $111.23. Now let's take a look at what this box contained value-wise. We only saw one big hit during our opening, and it was the Mox Amber at $45.85. We did get every single non-basic land of significant value, with Clifftop Retreat, Hinterland Harbor, and Isolated Chapel being the most valuable 3. And we even snagged 18 cards in the $1 to $5 range, including a $1.97 Zombie Knight token. Unfortunately, 511 out of the 540 cards we saw were valued under $1. Here's a table showing all 7 of the foils that we saw during our opening. This table includes the non-foil price, the foil price, the difference between the foil and non-foil, and then the multiplier or price factor between the two. Of these 7 foils, the average non-foil to foil price factor is 7x. This is much better than boxes found in 2022, which generally only have a 1 to 2x factor for foils. So how did this box perform overall? I purchased this box from Card Kingdom, an online retailer, for $239.99, not including tax. We opened up 36 packs with 15 cards each for a total of 540 cards. In the non-foil space, we saw $158.70 of value. In the foil space, we saw another $5.66 of value. The tokens added another $5.17. Bringing the grand total box value to only $169.53. That's a loss of $70.46 over the price I paid for the box, which means that we only saw 71% of the box price returned in card value. If you recall from earlier, every single non-foil card in the set combined only has a value of $256. So I should have known from the start that this was going to be a loss. But since I had not opened a box of Dominaria before, I wasn't sure how the distribution or duplication was going to factor in. I incorrectly assumed that with a set count of 269 cards, we might see more duplication in the rare and mythic slot. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully this video helped inform you via my experience of this set. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more MTG Box Analysis. Until next time, do something amazing.